All right, welcome to your 25-minute yoga flow. You can position yourself at the front of your mat. We'll just tune into our breathing for a moment. Feeling your feet on the floor, reaching up through the top of your head. Let's begin to take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And let's inhale, reach our arms overhead. And then exhale, draw the fingers back down to the sides. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, reaching out and up, feeling the ribs come away from the hips. Exhale, drawing the hands back down. And 1 more time. Inhale, reaching out and up, looking up at the hands. And then exhale, drawing it into center. Let's place the hands on the chest and slide the neck forward and back, forward and back. We're just loosening up the neck joints. And then from here, we'll let the ear fall to the shoulder and then bend in the knees. So left ear to left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder as you bend and drop the weight of your head. Now we'll take our ears side to side, sliding the neck, and then let's slide the neck in a few circles in one direction and then circling in the other direction. Releasing the hands, we'll warm up the wrists, reaching them up and down, and then side to side, and then circles in the wrists. And the other way, still breathing, just warming up the joints. From here, thumbs up. Draw circles with the elbows, drawing the pointing the thumbs towards the chest, away and back. And then let's spread out the fingers, fists, spread fists, and then like you're flicking off water. From here, drawing the elbows together and up as you breathe. And then looking to the left, looking to the right. And we'll draw some circles with the neck, drawing the chin down towards one side, overhead, down towards the other side, overhead. And then the other direction, drawing the chin down, up and over. Nice. All right, let's begin with 3 sun salutations. Drawing the arms out and up as you breathe in. And then we'll exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward. Inhale as you rise, halfway lift. Exhale, we'll plant the palms, step 1 foot back, then the other, dropping the knees. Taking a breath here, and then drawing the elbows in towards the ribs to land on your belly. We'll inhale, rise just the chest and chin. And then exhale back down to the forehead, pushing back first into child's pose and then to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths in and out through the nose. You can walk 1 foot and then the other, bending 1 knee, straightening 1 leg. From here, let's inhale, bend the knees, step or jump yourself forward to meet the front of your mat. We'll inhale, rise halfway. Exhale as you fold it forward. And inhale, rising up all the way tall, reaching towards the sky, long spine. Exhale, drawing it through center. 2 more times. Inhale, drawing out and up. Exhale as you hinge forward at the hips. Inhale, rising up halfway. Exhale as you plant the palms, step 1 foot back, then the other, this time holding in plank for 3, 2, 1, dropping the knees, bending the elbows, landing on the belly. Inhale, rising up halfway. Exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. Few deep breaths here. Reaching out through the back of the tail, pushing through the hands. Feeling the entire palm pressing against the floor. And from here, take a breath in as you lift the heels and step your way to meet the front. We'll inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, reaching out and up all the way tall with a straight spine. Exhale, drawing it through center. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, reaching out and up all the way tall. Exhale as we hinge, diving forward. Inhale, rising up halfway. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping back, holding in plank. Bringing the head in line with the tailbone, straight spine. Last breath here, dropping the knees, bending the elbows, landing on the belly. We'll inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, forehead to mat. And inhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. Again, reaching back to the upper corner of the room with the tailbone, pushing the floor away from you with your hands. Seeing if you can, let's inhale and exhale as you walk forward to meet the top of your mat. Inhale, rising halfway, forward fold, and then with a straight spine, inhaling all the way back up to standing. From here, let's inhale again, out and up, reaching tall. Exhale as we fold it forward. Inhale, rising halfway. From here, step back with your right leg. Now we're in a low lunge. Let's inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Reaching tall, and then bringing the hands to center. Inhale as you open the chest, lean the hips forward. Exhale, straighten the leg, rounding back. Inhale, arching forward. Exhale, straighten the front leg, rounding back and forth a few breaths like this. Just priming the chest, the thoracic spine, and the hips. Dropping the hands down, slide that foot back into a child's pose. A few breaths here, resting the forehead on the mat. And from here, let's push back on up to downward facing dog, pressing back with the heels, reaching back with the tail. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And from here, let's jump or walk ourselves forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching out and up all the way tall. Exhale, drawing it through center. We'll do the same on the other side. Inhale, reaching out and up. Exhale, as we hinge at the hips, folding forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale as you step the left foot back, reaching up towards the sky in a low lunge. Again, we'll do the chest expansion as we reach the hips forward, straightening the front leg as you round the back. Reaching out, tucking the tailbone and the head as you arch forward. Back and forth a few times. And from here, let's plant the palms, slide that foot back into a child's pose. From here, let's rise up onto hands and knees. So knees are underneath hips, wrists are underneath shoulders, a few cat-cows. Inhaling as you sink the belly button towards the ground. Exhale as you push into the mat, rounding the spine. From here, let's slide the left foot back behind us and then out to the left. So the toes are in line with the knee. We'll inhale, reach open to the sky towards the left, and then thread that arm underneath the right arm as you drop your head to the mat. We'll take a few breaths here. So leg is out to the side, arm is twisted in the opposite direction. From here, pushing into the floor, reaching back out to the left, planting that palm back down on the floor and then sliding that back foot all the way around. Now you're in a side angle pose with your knee on the ground. From here, we'll circle that top arm up and overhead down towards the ground, following the eyes, or follow the hand with the eyes. So we're circling in the shoulder and then dropping that hand down, coming back onto all fours, reaching the right leg out, kicking it out to the right, toes in line with knees, reaching up to the sky towards the right, and then twisting that right hand underneath the left arm, laying the head down. So it's just a gentle twist for the spine and opening for the inside of that hip joint. From here, let's inhale as we rise back out to the right, and then slide that foot back to the back of the mat and reaching overhead. We'll do a few of those arm circles here. And from here, coming back on to hands and knees. Let's tuck the toes and push back into downward facing dog. And bending in the knees, step or jump to meet the front of the mat. We'll inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we'll bend the knees deeply, sitting into a chair pose. Taking a few breaths here. And then pushing into the heels, standing up tall. From here, we'll prepare for pyramid pose, wide legs. Let's face the right toes towards the right. Reaching the arms out to the side, taking the hips out to the left as you reach forward with that right arm, placing it on the leg or the floor, just not on the knee, and reaching up with that left arm towards the sky. Let's take a few breaths here, seeing if you can expand in the underneath rib cage. And then let's bend in the right knee, reaching out into a warrior two. We'll inhale, straighten the front leg, reaching up. Exhale, bending in the knee, reaching out. Back and forth, inhale, reaching. Exhale, bending, reaching out. Good. From here, we'll straighten in the legs and switch sides. Left toes pointing out to the left, reaching out. Cocking those hips over to the right, placing the hand somewhere on the leg, and then reaching up with that top arm, seeing if making sure those bottom ribs aren't collapsing. A few deep breaths here. And then we'll bend in that left leg, warrior two. Inhale, reaching up, straightening. Exhale, bending the knee, reaching back out. Back and forth like this a few times. Matching your movement with your breath. Last time in warrior two. And from here, let's step to the front of our mats. Okay. A little bit of a balance. Let's shift our weight onto our left leg, lifting our right knee up towards the sky. You can touch your toes to the ground if you need. From here, we'll reach back behind us, coming into a warrior three, and then pushing into the standing leg, drawing that knee back up towards the sky. We'll do that 2 more times. Reaching back, diving forward. Exhale as you shift it back, reaching the knee up towards the sky. Last time, we'll reach out, coming into a warrior three. And then, bending in that front knee, let's reach the right toes towards the ground. Now you're in a high lunge. Taking a few breaths here to reach the head and the hands towards the sky. And then from here, straighten in the front leg and bend in the front knee as you bring the elbows to the side. So we'll inhale, reach. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach on up, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the leg, drop the arms. Then we'll come into a warrior two. dropping the elbow onto the knee and reaching overhead with the top arm, side angle pose. We'll do a few arm sweeps, dropping that hand towards the ground behind us and back overhead, mobilizing in the shoulder joint. And from here, let's spiral ourselves into Warrior Two, then down towards the ground, stepping back into a plank, dropping the knees and floating on to the ground. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, pushing on back to downward facing dog. And from here, let's bend the knees and jump or walk to the front of the mat. We'll rise halfway, forward fold, and inhale, rise up all the way tall, bringing the hands through center. On to the opposite leg, standing on the left leg, reaching the right knee up towards the sky, finding your balance, and then reaching that heel behind you as you tilt forward. Exhale, you draw it back. Inhale, you reach back, floating forward. And then bending in the knee, shifting back onto one leg. Last time, reaching on out, finding a moment of balance on that one leg. And then bending in the front knee. We'll drop the toes on the mat, reaching up into a high lunge. Toes, heel is up off the ground. We'll do that back and forth sliding motion, straightening the front leg, bending in the leg, bending the elbows. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, sliding the elbows to the ribs, back and forth. Last time, then we'll spiral that back heel down, coming into a Warrior Two, and dropping the elbow onto the top knee, reaching overhead, side angle pose. Taking a few circles with that top arm, reaching it towards the floor, back behind you, and overhead. One more time. Rising up to a Warrior Two, and then spiraling down, stepping back into a plank and holding here for 3, 2, 1, dropping the knees, and let's push back into a child's pose. You can rest your forehead on the mat, take a few breaths deeply into your belly. Nice. All right, let's rise on up and make our way onto our sit bones with our knees faced up towards the sky. Fingertips are faced away from your feet, and we'll rock our knees from left to right a few times. So we'll just mobilize in the hip joints a little bit more, reaching out through the hands, so not letting your shoulders sink in. Trying to tap those knees on the ground. From here, let's take the knees over to one direction. Notice that that front shin is parallel to the front of your mat. We'll drop the hands in front of that shin, and we'll inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend the elbows as you sink down. We'll do that a few times. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bending the elbows, sinking down. Rising up. And from here, let's come, either you can stay on your hands or come onto your elbows, folding over that front leg. Take a few breaths into the belly. And then slowly rising back up. Let's switch sides. Take the knees on over to the other direction. Find your stance so that front shin is parallel to the front of the mat. Bending over that shin, rising back up. Bending in the elbows, rising back up. And last time, we'll fold over that front leg. You can stay on your hands or come onto your elbows, taking a few breaths on this side. And from here, we'll rise back on up. And we'll make our way onto our backs for a couple bridge flows. So let's take our knees face towards the sky, feet are on the ground, arms down beside you. Inhale, reach the hips towards the sky. Exhale as you drop the hips back to the mat. 2 more times. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, drop the hips. Last time, reaching the hips towards the sky. This time, taking the hands, interlacing them underneath your back and rolling the shoulders together. Take a few breaths into the belly here. Reaching the knees away towards the toes. Nice long spine. And let's undo the arms, lowering the back onto the mat. You can reach your feet towards the sky, give them a little shake, and grab your ankles or your knees, coming into happy baby. We'll rock left to right a few times. All right, let's drop the right leg and bend the left knee into the chest, taking a hold of that left knee and bringing it over to the right gently. So a gentle twist towards one side. A few breaths here. You can play with straightening the leg or keeping it bent. And then we'll switch sides, drawing that other knee in towards the chest. You can rotate the ankle and then taking that knee across the body, finding a small twist on the other side. And drawing it back to center, straightening both legs. We'll come into a final resting pose. You can place your hands on your belly or beside you. Taking a few breaths on your back, letting your body relax and integrate the movements. Relaxing in your jaw, in your forehead, in your belly. Okay, that was a quick Shavasana, but from here, let's stretch out long, roll onto one side, and push ourselves up into a seat. We'll just do a little 2-minute breath meditation. So sitting up tall, we'll be counting our breaths. Inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 4. You can begin. We'll inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping the breath going on your own. A few more rounds. Okay, taking a deep breath in and deep breath out. As you're ready, you can open your eyes, taking a deep breath in, reaching on up. Exhale as you draw it through center. And that is the end of your short yoga flow. Bye.